afternoon, everybody. What is going on? Today we're going to be doing a real user review on the Greenroom136 Wildcard Junkmonkey. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I'm sure I will say it more in the future. Greenroom136 is one of my favorite companies to work with and one of my favorite companies ever. Now, before we get into the review, what is a wildcard? And in short, it is a fully customizable bag. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of this bag, how I built it up, and some of the features I put in it, but for a full-blown how to order, all the features that Greenroom offers, go ahead and click that link right up there. It'll take you to my how to order a Greenroom136 wildcard bag. Now, let's go ahead and do a quick rundown of everything that's packed inside that package. Once we land at the Greenroom136 homepage, we choose the Shop Online tab and come down to the Wildcard Custom Bag Builder. At the top of the page, we see a nice video from a chap called jeffgrantMEDIA, but we scroll on down and we choose the Junkmonkey option. At the top of the page, you'll see some photos with the panel options for colors, and if you scroll through this, you'll be able to see all of the different options and upgrades that you can do to the bag. Once we're done looking at those, we land on the actual sidebar where we build our bag. Here I chose a 5-panel bag with the right-handed user option. I went with the standard quick release strap system. I also put a 6-pack of the strap keepers on there, and I stayed with the built-in laptop sleeve. I did not add a kit pouch to this bag because I do already own one. Also, I chose to not add a top hatch to my Junkmonkey, but I did add the morale patch. I also added the compression straps to the bottom of the bag, and here I added the back support with the secret pocket. Also, I put in the Velcro silencers. I did not add a grab pad because I prefer to keep my bag a little slimmer. Scrolling through, I didn't add any side options to my bag. I did, however, add a key loop. Here you can add the paracord zipper pulls. I didn't choose to add them onto my bag because I actually like to put those on myself. Once we get down to all of these numbers, this is where you get crazy with your bag colors. Mine was a 5-panel bag, but you can get crazy with this. Add all the different colors you want to all the different options. All of the numbers in those diagrams at the top of the page indicate which panel you'll be adding which color to. Now let's start with the real user review, and this is the part where I would normally say, let's go ahead and start with the negative points so we can go ahead and get them out of the way and end on a positive note. But I don't really have anything negative to say about this bag. I mean, I am so incredibly happy with everything that's inside this bag. It has performed great. I'm racking my brain. I can't even nitpick anything wrong with this bag. The build quality is top-notch. Nothing has broken, nothing has frayed. I mean, I rode in the rain and in the mud with my scooter. I have my fender cut, so this thing was covered in dirt by the time I got to work. It's pretty much, there's a little spot on it. It's completely, it looks brand new. Nothing inside got wet. So I can't really say anything bad about the bag. The one thing I will say that is a correction from my bootstrap review is I thought that the cross strap needed to have a different design so you didn't have the tail flapping. But there's a little D-ring loop right here. You thread the tail through there and it's out of the way. It doesn't flap in the breeze and you can still adjust it. So that was my bad. That was not a negative of the bootstrap. So let's go ahead and get into the positive points of this bag. We'll start with the outside and work our way in. I have the morale patch going across the front of the bag and I completely love this. As you can see, I put a little bit of a hook and loop on some of my vintage skate patches from back in the 90s. Think skateboards has not been around in a very long time. 60/40 skateboards also kaput. So I love this because I can pop these off, I can move these around, I can change them up, I can put other stuff on here. So that's just, it's more a cosmetic thing, but it really helps to add your own personal flair to your bag on top of however you make this thing look, because you can get crazy with these things. Why they're called a wild card. Now, I've ridden my scooter with this thing on my back in the rain, and I've run from the car to the building in a torrential downpour. Here's a clip of that now. It's pouring out. I am completely soaked. My bag is pretty wet, but look at my jacket. Everything inside. No computer today because I didn't need it, but paper. Probably wet now because my hand is wet. But the bag is only wet on the outside. I am completely drenched. And everything inside, including the paper, my books, my journal, everything is good to go. So water resistanceness of the bag, top notch. Both times, everything inside this bag stayed completely dry, including my laptop. So completely stoked that everything went a-okay right there. And again, it dried off and looks pretty much brand new. And I'm sure with a little bit of elbow grease, these little stains that you probably can't even see on camera will come right off. This grab handle is a little bit different than it is on the boot strap. It's not just a strap of webbing, it's actually a little bit thicker. It's got some piping on either sides and it bows up. It still does not get in the way when you don't want it there, and it kind of pops up, so it does make it super easy to grab. And for a change, the weather has been quite nice here lately, so I haven't really had to use this too much, mostly when you're getting in and out of the car. So I have used it. It does work great. It doesn't get in the way when you're reaching over the car seat to get the bag in and out, but I haven't really had to use it because I've been strapping this thing on my back, hopping on the scooter, and going. Moving on to the back pad. This is the same back pad that's on the boot strap. It also has the hidden pocket, which I currently don't have anything in, but this is great if you are gonna travel with this. Stick your passport in there, stick your travel documents in there. Nothing's gonna get stolen because that's a nice slim zipper that's covered. You don't know what's there. Easy to hide things that you don't want to get stolen because sometimes people are gonna rummage through your bag if you're not looking, you're getting a coffee, doing something else. Someone might go through your bag. They might not take the bag, but they might rummage through to get some valuables because by the time you come back, realize it's all gone, it could be hours later, they're gone away scot-free. Now the strap on this is the quick release. Unlike the boot strap, it's not the cam buckle. It does attach to the bag a lot different. It does have a quick release and it's pretty one-handed. Zip it down and take this, slide it up, because if you have a heavy load in the bag, it will have a tendency. Of course it's not gonna do it now when I'm wearing the bag, trying to show you on camera, but it has a tendency to slip up if you're bouncing around. And if you're riding a motorcycle, a scooter, or a bike, you're gonna hit potholes, the bag's gonna jostle around on your back, and it could slide down, making it a little more uncomfortable and kind of throwing off your center of gravity. So you simply slide this up. It prevents the bag from slipping. In addition with your cross strap, which again is secured back here at the tail. It's not in the way, it's not gonna dangle in the breeze. You can see the way the strap attaches the bag here. It doesn't lay flat across the sides of the bag like the cam buckle does, but it has these wings, so you pretty much have to decide on which side you're going to wear the bag all the time. You can remove it if you want to and switch it around if you do need to wear it left or right, but it's already preset depending upon left or right shoulder when ordering. This strap set is built for more comfort if you're doing a two-wheel commute. So if you're cycling or on a motorbike, this is going to be the kind of strap you're gonna want as opposed to the cam buckle, because this will lay across your back a lot more comfortable. If you don't have a stiff load, it'll actually conform to your back and kind of bend with you, so you don't have that barrel bag, which is when you have the edges are kind of got a gap and it's kind of just pressing against the small of your back, and it's not very comfortable. With this strap design, it will actually fold to your body and wrap you a lot better. So that's why these are more of a messenger style bag that like a professional messenger would use, or someone that's going to commute on a bicycle every day that doesn't use something like painters on their bike to carry their stuff in. So this strap is going to be more of the two-wheeled commuter version. Yes, you could still sling it over one shoulder and walk around with it just fine, but it is definitely going to be more comfortable to wear this for an extended period of time on your back than something like the boot strap with the cam buckle. Not to say the cam buckle is bad, but they are for two completely different users. I'll get into that in a separate video later on. Now, like the boot strap, I used the Junkmonkey with a variety of jacket and vest combinations, all of which were completely comfortable. Once the bag was strapped down, it was completely secure, it was comfortable, it didn't slide around on my back. Here's a quick shot of a couple of the jacket combos that I did use with the Junkmonkey. Now, cracking the lid open, you can see a little bit more of my yellow accents here. The bag has all these additional webbing straps, which are great for a little Manfrotto tripod. Slide that in there. That stays perfectly fine. We also have our pockets on the front and sides. I keep things like a can of water in here. Show that. Or I have my notebook in here. Pocket here comes down about 3/4 of the way. This pocket comes down a little bit further, pretty much to the seam in the bag. But there's an additional pocket. This is my favorite pocket. I keep my battery bank and cell phone cords in here. But I love this pocket because it's another one of those almost completely hidden pockets. If you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't be able to find it to rummage through the bag. It's pretty slim. It's great. You can also, if you're riding a bike, you could stick a D-ring in here as well. You could probably use the webbing to help secure it to the bag. That's one of these features I've had on one other bag in the past, where you can either use this pocket for a zipper with to stash something in there, or there was actually a piece of hook and loop to secure a D-ring. So if you are a cyclist, you could probably use some of these webbing straps to use a hook and loop cable tie like this. Through some of this webbing, you can easily attach a D-ring to this thing, or use it for another stash pocket that no one's gonna know is there. We also have Boku adjustment here for the webbing to secure the flap down, so if you do have a bigger load, you can easily just expand these out all the way, and you're still gonna be able to accommodate that, as well as our bottom lashing straps, which are pretty stiff because I haven't used them yet, but these are great for things like a tripod. The one added feature I really like is that there's this extra little piece of webbing there to help kind of secure this, so you don't have this extra tail just kind of flapping around. You feed it back through and you don't have to worry about this. Just like the bootstrap, the Junkmonkey has the extra material that comes up, so when you close the flap, it folds over and you don't have any gap to see the inside of your bag. And I know from experience that no water will get in this bag when the flap is closed securely. The bag is very spacious. And once you remove the laptop sleeve, you got a whole lot of room inside this bag. Let's talk about the laptop sleeve real quick. I went with the removable laptop sleeve. There are two strips of hook and loop. This is the stiffer hook side that is on the sleeve, so when you remove it, you don't have anything abrasive inside the bag. So that's an added benefit, because if you throw anything inside the bag that you don't want scratched up, the abrasive part is out of the bag. It's organized pretty much just like the bootstrap. You have a large corduroy sleeve that accommodates a MacBook Pro, this ancient HP laptop, and my massive Dell, as well as another front flap pocket here where I keep Nick Offerman's first book that, for some reason, I still haven't finished reading. My journal, and whatever Thrasher magazine I have for that month. Sorry for the random jump cut, but I forgot to take the address label off, and that's information that I want to keep private. I do love having this laptop sleeve removable because I did spend some time in the city last weekend, and I was able to pop this out and I could fit everything I needed in the bag. I still had plenty of room. Probably could have left this in, but I didn't need it at the time, so I was able to fit a lot more of pretty much the diaper bag overflow, and the bag was so comfortable wearing this around the city all day long. I didn't even really get that sweaty because the way the strap is designed, the way the back pad is, it kept me pretty comfortable. I didn't get any shoulder fatigue carrying it around all day long. And I was able to pop this out, so if we did stop in and buy anything, I had plenty of room to throw anything inside the bag. The only downside to having the detachable laptop sleeve is you still have this back area that you can stash some stuff, but if you have something like a magazine, I can't really see it. See my fingers? The sewn-in laptop sleeve is sewn across the bottom of the bag as well, so it gives you a whole extra slit pocket across the back of the bag. So if you have something like a magazine with the detachable laptop sleeve, it could slide up underneath and kind of get wedged in there. So you just have to be careful. I mean, if you have something stiff like a folder or anything like that, or like a tablet, that'll probably be fine back here. But I did find my Thrasher kind of like bent underneath. So that's one of the downsides of having the detachable laptop sleeve. But if you don't need a laptop at that time, you take it out and you just have a whole lot more room inside the bag. Now for the interior organization. We have two hand-sized slit pockets that I keep another small notebook in. I have like an odds and ends bag with some business cards and things. I also have my work ID badge, so you can't see where that is. I got some pen, pencil slots over here, and we have a zipper where I have things like a checkbook, my passport that needs to be renewed, some bills that gotta get paid, and a key clip that's nice and long, so you could take this and stick it in any of the slit pockets if you need to, and you could probably just pull this out and reach to your door if your keys are clipped to it and probably unlock your door or your bike lock without having to actually remove it from the bag. Okay, great, the features look nice, the bag looks good, but how does it wear? How does it feel? How does it hold up? Like I said in the beginning of this video, I can't find anything bad to say about this bag. It is so comfortable to wear. I mean, it's not made to walk around the city with it on your back, and I did that all day long, and it was very warm that day. It was probably in the mid-80s Fahrenheit. It was a hot, sticky day. I was pushing a stroller, I was carrying a baby, we were at a splash park, we were in restaurants, we were walking around, we were at other parks, we were at a lantern festival, we were all over Philadelphia, and it was so comfortable on my back, half the time I forgot I was actually wearing the bag. I've been using this thing religiously for at least a month now, and I love this bag. I don't want to play favorites, but this might be my favorite Greenroom136 bag yet. I've had a lot of their offerings, and I really like this Junkmonkey. I mean, it's so comfortable. Now, messenger bags are my favorite style of bag. I had a bunch of messenger bags, some very expensive ones from some big name companies that you definitely heard of that are okay. I have a very expensive custom bag from a very big company that is probably my least favorite bag ever, and I spent a lot of money on that bag. I still have it because I can't bring myself to give it away or throw it away. It's a custom bag, so I can't really sell it for anything near what I paid for it, but this bag puts it to shame. The Junkmonkey is so incredibly comfortable. I am completely satisfied with this bag. It is just, again, it's just my favorite. It's my favorite Greenroom136 bag that I've had. I can't lie. I'm in love with the Junkmonkey. I'm gonna continue to use this. This is gonna be my daily bag. I want to be able to say something negative about the bag because I don't want this to just be a glowing review. I'm not being paid to say any of this. Yes, I did get the bag for free, but no, Greenroom136 is not paying me to say things. I really genuinely love this bag. So if you're on the fence with any Greenroom136 product, I have not had a bad one. I have had a lot of their offerings. I've not been disappointed in any of them, and I can't find anything bad to say about the Junkmonkey. So if you're thinking about pulling that trigger, definitely go for it. This bag is amazing. I would highly recommend the Junkmonkey, but again, the Junkmonkey and Bootstrap are two completely different bags for different users. I'm actually gonna make a video in the future kind of comparing the two and telling you what each bag is actually used for. So that might help you in the future decide on which bag you want to go for. But if you commute on two wheels, I definitely think a Greenroom136 Junkmonkey is where it's at, and go for the wild card because it's fun to build these things up. You can make them look crazy. I got a little carried away, but it's still, my bag is still pretty plain compared to what you can do with these things. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Good night.